Ready? Start. Mr. Speaker, sir, it is time to take our capital markets closer to the masses and meet various social welfare objectives related to inclusive growth and financial inclusion. I propose to initiate steps towards creating an electronic fund-raising platform, a social stock exchange under the regulatory ambit of Securities and Exchange Board of India for listing social enterprises and voluntary organizations working for the realization of a social welfare objective so that they can raise capital as equity, debt or as units like a mutual fund. It is important to get retail investors to invest in treasury bills and securities issued by the government. Efforts made by the Reserve Bank will need to be supplemented with further institutional development using stock exchanges. For this purpose, interoperability of RBI depositories and SEBI depositories would be necessary to bring about seamless transfer of treasury bills and government securities between RBI and depository ledgers, and for enabling this, the government will take up necessary measures in this regard in consultation with RBI and SEBI. FDI inflows into India have remained robust despite global headwinds. Global foreign direct investment flows slid by 13% in 2018 to US dollar $1.3 trillion from US dollar $1.5 trillion the previous year, the third consecutive annual decline according to UNCTAD's World Investment Report 2019. India's FDI inflows in 2018-19 remained strong at US dollar 64.400 billion, marking a 6% growth over the previous year. I propose to further consolidate the gains in order to make India a more attractive FDI destination and propose A. The government will examine suggestions of further opening up of FDI in aviation, media and insurance sector in consultation with all stakeholders. B. 100% foreign direct investment will be permitted for insurance intermediaries. C. Local sourcing norms will be eased for FDI in single brand retail sector. It is high time India not only gets integrated into global value chain of production of goods and services but also become part of the global financial system to mobilize global savings, mostly institutionalized in pension, insurance and sovereign wealth funds. The government is contemplating organizing an annual global investors meet in India using National Infrastructure Investment Fund as the anchor. An important determinant of attracting cross-border investments is availability of investable stock in the Indian capital market to the foreign portfolio investors. This issue assumes greater significance in view of the gradual shift from stock-targeted investments towards passive investment, whereby funds track global indices, composition of which depends upon available floating stock. Accordingly, I propose to increase the statutory limit for FDI investment in a company from 24% to sectoral foreign investment limit, with option given to the concerned corporates to limit it to a lower threshold. FPIs will be permitted to subscribe to listed debt securities. Even though India is the world's top remittance recipient, NRI investment in Indian capital markets is comparatively less. With a view to provide NRIs with seamless access to Indian equities, I propose to merge the NRI portfolio investment scheme route. New and innovative financial instruments have been launched in the last 5 years, like infrastructure investment trusts, real estate investment trusts, as well as models like toll operate transfer as part of the old asset modernization strategy for augmenting infrastructure investment. India has had a reasonable success in old asset monetization, and several such transactions have already been completed. Additionally, NHAI carried out one TOT transaction as well. The cumulative resources garnered through these instruments and model exceed 24,000 crore. India has emerged as a major space power with the technology and ability to launch satellites and other space products at globally low cost. Time has come to harness this ability commercially. A public sector enterprise, namely New Space India Limited, has been incorporated as a new commercial arm of Department of Space to tap the benefits as such. Mahatma Gandhi said, "The soul of India lives in its villages." This year, even as we are marking the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, I submit that our government keeps Antodaya at the core of all its efforts. At the center of everything that we do, we keep Gaon, Garib or Kisan. Honorable Prime Minister's two mega initiatives of Ujjwala Yojana and Saubhagya Yojana have transformed the lives of every rural family, dramatically improving ease of their living. Household access to clean cooking gas has seen an unprecedented expansion through provision of more than 7 crore LPG connections. All villages and almost 100 households across the country have been provided with electricity. A combination of efficient implementation and enthusiastic adoption has significantly improved access to energy for rural households in the rural areas. Stop.